Namaste and Lakechi, my family. How are you guys doing out there? Oh yeah. Another beautiful day in Sedona. It's raining outside. Lined up my sage here. I wanted to make a video for you guys, a little old school. You know what I'm saying? I just want you guys to know that I love and appreciate every single one of you. Right? And we're gonna slow this thing down right now. You know, for all my healers out there and my channels out there, before you ever want to channel or get into your oneness, right, your center, sage definitely helps. Kind of clears the room, clears your work field, your space. I love it. I got all types of different sage. Some is from a reservation in Utah, some is from locally grown in Arizona, whatever you guys feel, right? Sage is awesome. Okay. So, I was outside this morning. I just got back from Austin and Los Angeles. And for the first time in my 5 years since I woke up, I was able to maintain my field in those territories without being affected. That's a big deal for me. Usually I have to hold my golden sphere, right, the walls of my sphere, very tightly, or I should say very forcefully, right, as it lights up in here. As I enter into a territory. And I began to understand some things, not only about myself, but about a human consciousness, our consciousness, the planet's consciousness, and what it truly means to walk in grace. Right? I wanted to label this video Palladian-Syrian hybrid. Alright, and here's why. You guys ready? I hope so. So, over this past 5 years, I feel that with some of the things that I've been working on behind the scenes, and some of the things that we're going to share at the Conscious Life Expo in Los Angeles next week, I wanted to make sure my family out there across planet Earth is keeping up to speed, up to date, and with some of the changes that are going on, not only on the surface of this world, but etherically, energetically, cosmically. Some of this new role I've stepped into as a planetary guardian, which many of you guys will choose to also walk. It's interesting. Imagine if your field, your energy body was, let's just say 300 feet high. Let me walk you through a day walking around as Rion. Okay, here we go. Rion. Well, when I was in Los Angeles, okay, we'll take Los Angeles. This is kind of funny. When I was sleeping on my couch and I woke up, I had my eyes closed, and I stayed in that place in between, before I woke up and I was sleeping, and I noticed my energy arms were 3 houses deep, meaning that when I was laying there like this on the couch, when I came to, my energy arm was actually 3 houses away from me, wrapped around like a big giant. I didn't know what that was. But I noticed when I moved my arm, all these little dudes were like sliding off my arms. And I'm like, wow, that's very interesting. Am I really maintaining my field? The one thing that I notice, which I am, the one thing that I notice is the consciousness of the reflection that you truly hold inside of yourself, and how that reflection is seen by the consciousness around you. When I was in Austin, I had many experiences. I was holding the light over there at the governor's ball as Abbott was elected. I was walking around there, viewing all of the consciousness, the big ups in Texas. You guys didn't know Austin's the capital of Texas. And I was beginning to really understand this duality game. I was beginning to see the chords, similar to the movie Lucy, when she's outside and, she's in the car and she starts to see all the streams coming up from all the human beings, all the people out there. That's how I see. It's a really good visual for you. It's not so much an aura thing. It's rather I see the consciousness actually going into the suit, and then the dimensional beings upstairs actually pipelining that consciousness into this reality as their vessel walks around. What else? Sharing some wisdom with you guys. What else? And I'm outside sipping my coffee. I'm like, you know what? I love my family. Let's just keep it rocking, right? So, what speed do you guys want to go? I should say, what speed do you feel comfortable with? What speed do you have the internal constitution and integrity in your heart to walk in? It's important. In the beginning, ladies and gentlemen across Earth, understand that as you're waking up out of 3D, you have to understand that the first things you're going to have to get through is the fear tests, initiation tests. Why is that? Because if you were to step into your power and reclaim your consciousness, you have to understand that your thoughts manifest more rapidly the higher the frequency you carry. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that I have to really watch my mind and control my energy no matter what space I step into, and use the proper amount of force or offense/defense depending on the motivation of the energy I'm dealing with. I cannot just react. And I want you to understand how important this is. If we were all up in 5D, which by the way, if you guys don't know, 5D is like the front lawn of the gates of heaven. So if the gates of heaven are here, the golden gates, 5D is like the front lawn where everyone's having a great time partying. All right, just to get that clear for you. The angelic realm exists from 6 through 9. Above that, it's very galactic, very awesome. Okay. When I was in India and I was staring at Jagannath Temple, which is for the Vedic religion on Earth, is like their Vatican. Not to compare it to the Vatican, but it's like that's their number one spot. I got to see all of the hierarchy stacked above that temple. I got to see Shiva, Vishnu, Krishna, right? Lord Brahma's my homie, by the way. That's my boy, Lord Brahma. Oh my God, he's so rad. Anyways, moving on. High heaven. Oh, what else is cool? Okay, check this out. Okay, here's Earth, right? There's 3 layers of heaven to Earth. So you got the central sun, Agatha, bunch of stuff in the middle, surface of Earth, and as you go out, first level of heaven, second high heaven, third high heaven. It's very important to understand the difference. When I was at the cemetery in Austin, Texas, and we were releasing a lot of the consciousness there, right? Aiding a lot of those souls back into the light, and hey, guess what? Time to wrap this bad boy up here. You know what I'm saying? As I was walking, I got this, one of the guides, one of their other aspects were watching me. They're like, who is that? What is that? What is that, I should say. Right? The coolest thing was that to understand which frequency you carry is a direct reflection of the frequency and force in which you are emanating from your vessel at any one given point in time. All right. So, by the way, it was like a deity from high heaven. It's pretty awesome. I was like, by the way, this is strange to learn in this manner. Mind you, as I open this door, as I open my mind, as I open my heart, as I open my third eye, a lot of people have moments where they wake up. A lot of people have moments where they keep their third eye turns on for, a day or two. A lot of people have it where their mind begins to sync with their oversoul. In my specific story, right, we'll have our own little story down here. As soon as that happened 5 years ago on my 29th birthday, it's never shut off, is what I'm trying to tell you. I would like to steer you guys back into balance. I'd like to steer you guys back into really what's going on. This human body, this human vessel, this universal suit that we are all wearing has many capabilities. Many things it can do, many bells and whistles, okay? This is like the iPhone 11, right? Or 12, I should say. The issue is that here's what's going on. The manual on how to use this suit properly has been lost. So what has to happen? Well, your brothers and sisters around Earth have to remember these skill sets, utilize our history, in what resonates with us and to regain some of this knowingness. That's kind of what it is. Okay, so to understand, your third eye is just another camera lens that's inside your body. Make it very simple. Your throat chakra is a microphone / speaker, right, in which you can hear your dimensional aspects not only vertically but horizontally. To understand, to only pay attention to your voice when you're channeling, it should come in your voice. Now, once you get more advanced, then you get what I call my oversoul talking to me, which sounds like Sean Connery and Gandalf on steroids. Rion, do you think that's in your best interest? Which is really funny. I'm like, maybe I should try again. Okay, 2. Just like Big J said, if you guys don't know my reference to Big J is the being that came down here a couple thousand years ago, handle business. People know him as Jesus. It's fantastic. There's been many Jesuses. To me, Big J. All right. If you guys follow the family bloodline, right, and the stories over the last 7,000 years, the story of Horus, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, very similar. Okay. Whatever flavor, whatever territory you come from, whatever resonates with the language you speak, whatever the truths you extrapolate from that story is what's important. Do not get caught up on the vernacular. Do not get caught up on the vocabulary. Just want you to understand. Upstairs, no one speaks English. They can understand you down here. English is a very diluted, weakened language, so that when you manifest things in 3D, it's like you're using watered down wine. You want a glass of wine, let's just say. Well, down here, English is like wine diluted 15 times. Why? Because to truly speak from your oversoul, it sounds something like this. Dondri shamba kurushim fiate. Bo sumdeashkea santa toimiashkeambo fumburotish miatara santarish. Wumba imba sokorish fatatate miatoro sumfratakaish. Wumbo toima yaishkatara sumforio miatara simbiashke. Translated. We are all gathered here today to remember ourselves, to remember why we are here, to remember the oneness in all things, and to remember, most importantly, this experience that we are all going through right now. Yindere Shimbia Satata Somfoyo was set up as a test, was set up as an experience in us. Yanshika Sonta Taimia Tara Somfotoish, dropping in frequency. Yindara Sakarishmio Soshomfish Tatate. And can you remember Somtotoimios Yakasimbiashte Shindoro Somfototoimeyashkea, your true form, in which you would like to Yandaraka Santari Shumbioshkotoimiata Yinde. Behold once again. Alright. So let me break down all the mumbo jumbo for you. You know what I'm saying? Once you're conscious and you can rip multiple frequencies simultaneously, the question mark falls away. Okay? How did I do this? Well, I had to go visit. On the past 5 years, I've been gone every 60 days, somewhere across the planet. And the first things I did was I went and picked up my past life downloads. Whether my Toltec life, my Aztec life, Egyptian, Bolivian, Peruvian, my old samurai self there in China. Right? No, I think that's Japanese, but he looks like a samurai, not like a ninja. It's very elegant. Plus, my bloodline, Rion, from northern France, is Viking. You guys didn't know that. I'm French. My whole life, I was like, wow, my name is French, man. De Rouen. It means from Rowan. Well, when I went to the Rowan Cathedral, there's 3 Viking kings buried in that cathedral. And I didn't know that back in the day, there was an agreement between the French, which is northern France, right, Rowan, and the Vikings that came down, right, Norway and whatnot. And the treaty was set that 3 of their kings would be buried in that cathedral, Rowan Cathedral, and that that was kind of like the peace treaty as they intermingled in, mixed with the population. Why do I share this with you? Understanding who you are and where your blood comes from is a key in understanding when you're on Google, where should I visit? Where are my grandparents from? Where is my bloodline from? What are the most sacred sites on earth from where my bloodline comes from? Visit those places. And then you guys will have deja vu fire off like Donkey Kong. Little tip from your brother. Okay, what else? Some of the downloads on this planet you can't do from the couch. When you're fully integrated and you've stepped into your power, okay. But not until then. Everything else before that, it's all hearsay, it's all mumbo jumbo, it's all... this is my analogy of a lot of spirituality on this planet. Here we go. There's 1 million people, let's just say, lots of people, that have read every single book on surfing. They've read 1,000 books on surfing. Everyone, they're really knowledgeable about everything from how they make the surfboards to how you're supposed to paddle out and the wetsuits and all the places you can surf on Earth. But when you ask the individual, have you ever actually gotten on a surfboard and surfed? And they're like, no, I've never surfed before. I just know everything about it. To paddle out and learn how to surf, to understand what you're doing, to make the experience, makes it real for you in this suit, in this vessel. Okay? So I learned this too. One of my higher aspects is super gnarly, very agile, right? Very double backflip with a high kick, right? And I'm not bad. I've been doing Muay Thai since I was 13? So, I got my skills together. And I was like, yo, I don't know, how do I do a double backflip? Because once you've seen your higher self do this over and over and over again in front of you, as they run across the cords. And I said, what is that? And my Sifu, my Arcturian, I call him my Sifu, he was like, Ryan, you've made these experiences in past lives, and you know how to do it. However, in this life, you have no cellular memory. You have no muscle memory to actually do these moves. You need to practice. And I was like, got it. So for all of those beings across Earth, when you hear, oh, she's a natural, he's a natural, it just comes to them easily. No, it's they have the experience of doing it before. Okay? Now here's the awesome thing about that. For you musicians and artists out there, if you have the inclination to create in that manner, do it. And you shall expand and remember your past skill sets as you kind of begin to, put the pen to the paper. Start playing the guitar or the violin. My thing was the violin. I love the violin. Okay, so understand this. It's not that you can't do it down here, it's that you have to practice. So find out, meditate on the things that you really bring you the greatest joy. Okay? Whatever instrument that is. It's a great thing too. If you guys are kind of snapping out of, being in off mode or out of the zombie mode or out of the unconscious mode, find something that is healthy, productive, that you enjoy doing, and do it. Okay? What else? Okay. I like this. This is like old school, man. And then dance, hey, pop and lock. What else? This whole understanding of being a multidimensional being in 3D too, I just like to slow this down and kind of explain what it is. I feel a lot of the fear and woo-woos out there need to express really what it is. And to understand too, some of the reflection you shall feel as you raise your frequency around you. Okay? This took me years to learn this too. Here we go. The higher the frequency you raise your vessel, the more that everything around you has to shift. And when you shift and your frequency rises, basically what it does is your little golden sphere gets solid. Nothing from another individual can actually affect you. So what happens is whatever is negative inside that vessel has to purge. This is how me and Jason learned this. Me and Jason, my brother, who will also be speaking at the Conscious Life Expo, are in Dallas, Texas. We were doing some activations in Texas, I think about 2 years ago, and we were totally jacked up. Our frequencies were rocking because we were working. You know, we work on the grid, we work on the ship, right? And what happened was, Jason's homie, who he's known his whole life, picked us up in Dallas, and the driver of the car was his friend, and there was his friend's girlfriend in the back seat. I don't think they were together, but a friend that's a girl, right? So I'm sitting shotgun, Jason's in the back seat. There's the driver, me, the girl, and Jason. Well, me and Jason sat in that car, and within 45 seconds, the driver and the girl in the back seat started almost like fist fighting in the car about something that happened 2 years ago that was like, you know, in the unconscious, as something that they hadn't worked out, they were still upset about. And literally our frequencies were so high that whatever that was between them exploded. Boom. But they start arguing, fighting in the car, and me and Jason are looking at each other like, what is going on, you know? Later I realized what it is. It's that someone's lower frequency thought forms can't exist in your sphere of influence. So it has to purge out of your space. Understand this when you're at your family dinner and you guys are sun charging and cranking outside, and you walk inside to your parents or your girlfriend's house or whatever it is, your friends, you go out for a drink. You have to learn how to control your high frequency, pull your field in closer to you, and kind of sit right in your own space. Because if you expand out, remember, vibration rules the universe. As you expand out and you basically swallow the table, swallow the whole room, everything in that space starts moving faster. All these calculations and their own downloads move faster, and everything they need to work on comes to the surface. So what happens is some of their oversouls or some of their egos fire off because they go, hey, I don't want to work on this right now. It's like being forced to take a test and you haven't studied. You're like, I'm not prepared for this. So the resentment you will see while they're arguing with you, while they have that look on their face, look in their eyes. See the conflict going on inside of their mind. Okay. Second thing, if you guys want to play a fun game, pay attention to the eyes. I can't tell you how many times. One of the eyes, usually for me, it's usually their right eye and their left eye, two different controllers. This eye's 3D reality, right? Left eye, hi, I'm Ryan, this is what's going on. If you pay close attention though at the other eye, you'll notice it'll have slight changes in what it's viewing. I've noticed this very much so, especially when you're doing energy work. Watch the eyes. So if you see the eyes start to shake, like, they're a little, it's too much frequency, it's too much information, it's too much smashing through their consciousness, right? Back it off, bro. Back it off. Hey, what's up? Let's just get some coffee and chill. You have to know when to step on the gas with your friends and family and when to back off, man. Because if not, you're going to force someone to purge, and all they're going to think because they're unconscious is, oh, I really don't like hanging around that person because they make me think about this, or I don't want to do this. Basically, pay attention to how you interact with your friends and family, the public. I want you to understand that, okay? If you are a light worker and you're going out to a club, pull your energy in close, and what I usually do is I rotate one of my night selves in front. I put my mask on, and then I can shake and groove and pop and lock without having things trying to attach to me. Because if not, if you walk in there like a full-blown light being, here's the deal. If you're not strong enough to clear the room, you're going to get attachments on you of beings trying to hook into your energy field, hence the energy vampire, the lower frequency connection points, whatever it is. Because literally, it's like we are the white blood cell walking on the surface of the planet trying to heal everything around us. But understand that virus of lower frequency will attack that white blood cell. Until that white blood cell, right, that antibody of the universe, engages and blows the whole room out. Now, here's the deal. Patience, practice, mastery, centering. There's so many things you have to dial in before you're ready for that, because you have to understand that your will has to surpass everything in the room in your highest integrity, the highest intent, the highest destiny for everything around you. Why do you think so many light workers live in the mountains or away from big cities or on the beach in Maui? They don't want to interact with everything else that's mumbo jumbo hoomba down here. So if you are a light worker coming down off the mountain or coming in from the beach and you wish to aid those in your frequency, helping people, understand what you're getting yourself involved in, and don't be naive to what you're doing. That's what I'm trying to say. Understand the cause and effect of your actions. And then bang light, baby. Oh my God, Austin, I was downtown just like wham, wham. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Shh. They know who we are now. Okay, what else? It's a pleasure speaking to you guys. I'm sorry this is a long video. I just wanted to speak to you guys and give you guys some little heads up on some of the stuff to pay attention to. If you guys would like a session with me, I've had so many amazing people I've met all across Earth. My friends in Australia, UK, in the States, Canada. Check out ascensionleague.com and just click on the link one-on-one with Rion. That's awesome. I enjoy doing that. And now that I'm being a little more mobile between these 3 locations, Sedona, Austin, and LA, they're moving me around now, right? My little trifecta. I'd love to speak to you guys, and something that's nice I can do on the road. It's really fun. And with that, you guys can check out some new products. We have at galacticwands.com. Amazing. I'm making these new goddess wands. I'm working on them today to get everything ready for the expo, February 6th through the 8th in Los Angeles. It's at the Hilton. You can check out consciouslifeexpo.com. If you go to the free speeches or the free lectures, you'll see us speaking on Friday from 3 to 4. Team Light. I'm very excited. With that, my ladies and gents out there, thought I'd bring it back a little old school without all the effects and whatnot. But just know that I love you guys very, very much. And together we process this. Together we excel in our own frequencies. And the manner in which we reflect that to the public is with integrity, heart space, and grace. Make your higher self smile upon you with pride, right? And to understand that we're all in this together, and no matter what star system you come from, or if you're Earth incarnate, or you think you are. To all my fellow Palladian Syrians out there, Palladians! They're hot. Syrians, battle cats, whatever that is for you. Arcturians, very, whatever it is for you. To understand that the relationship in which we treat each other is not only reflected down here on Earth, but it also cascades up as it cascades down. As above, so below. My name is Rion. It's a pleasure speaking to you guys. And definitely send any questions or inquiries into Rion@teamlight.com. RION @teamlight.com. And I'll see you guys all very soon. Peace.
Hold me close so I can breathe. Let me go so I can live. Where do we go from here? Take me far away, so we can stop the time, and love will take its place. Where do we go from here? Take me far